Yo, what is up YouTube? This is me, PenG, here back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 of the best money-making methods on Donut SMP to find out which one is actually the best. You guys should watch to the end because some of these money-making methods make you millions of dollars. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright YouTube, so the first money-making method is actually going to be tree chopping. So I just found this oak log forest and I'm going to mine trees. So I got a netherite axe. You guys can get like a diamond axe for really cheap, only like a few $1,000s. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mine all these trees until I get a full stack, and I'm going to see how much I make just from a stack of logs. Okay, so I've been mining for only a few minutes and I was able to get 64 oak logs. So now I'm going to go into orders and type in oak log, and let's see. This guy will pay me $691 each oak log I give him. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my oak logs into the orders, and I have just made $44,000 from just a few minutes of mining. This means that you can make millions of dollars an hour using this strategy. Now let's move on to the next money-making method, which makes us even more money. Alright everybody, so the next money-making method is actually going to be spawner AFKing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a spawner from my ender chest. I have an iron golem spawner, and I'm going to place it down right here. Look, so this golem spawner is going to produce iron for us, and every time we AFK it, it's just going to give us more and more items. What we can do is we can sell all the iron that we make and collect all the XP. So how do you get spawners? So you can get spawners if you go on the shop and go to the shard shop. You can see that you can get spawners like a pig, cow, zombie, spider, skeleton, creeper, zombified piglin, blaze, and iron golem. But all of these items cost lots of shards. Shards can get obtained by killing players and also by AFKing in the spawn area. Alright, so I've been waiting a little bit and I still haven't got any iron. So more golem spawners or more of any of the spawners that you have will produce you more money. Look, I just got an iron ingot by literally doing absolutely nothing. And you can get way more of these and you can produce so much money. Now let's move on to the third money-making method. Alright, the next method is actually going to be TP trapping people. So what you want to do is get some armor. Netherite or diamond would be ideal, and then get a sword. So then what you want to do once you get that is say TP for a team. I just said this in chat, and let's see if anybody TPs. Looks like we got a TP request. We're going to accept this, and when he TPs, we are going to kill him. Okay. Come back here, bro. There. There we go. We killed the guy. So I could just keep repeating this process as much as I want. And from the last money-making method, I said you can get so much money just from spawners. And you can buy spawners with shards. Look, if you kill somebody, you get 10 shards. So I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to say this time TP for free loot. And let's see if anybody TPs. Free loot is kind of very obvious that is a trap, but I sent the TP. Let's hope that we don't die. I only have one totem. I'm gonna act friendly at first, and then we just kill him like that. Alright everybody, let's move on to our fourth money-making method. Alright everybody, the fourth money-making method is actually going to be base finding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to RTP until I find a good area. And my first RTP, I landed in a village. Alright, so villages are actually really easy to find bases in because lots of people make them in here so they can trade with villagers, get enchanted books. So what I'm going to do is look around for sus structures to see if there's any like big holes. Looks like there's not any here. This looks a little sus, so I'm just gonna do that. And look, when I fell down, looks like there's more area down here. So guys, looks like I actually found a base down here. It definitely isn't the best. It just has 2 chests and a crafting table. But so far, I just RTP'd and found a base. Looks like there's some netherrack right here. This looks kind of sus. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to buy some more totems just in case I have to encounter more things. So let's try to see if there's anything down here. Actually, not right here. I need to build back up and I have no items. Bruh. Alright, so here, let me buy some pearls. But base finding is really hard because people don't really think to make their base easy to find. So that's why they might have a way hidden base. And people spend hours looking for bases. So this money making method is not the best, but it still works. Alright, so yeah, it looks like that was all to the base. There's nothing really here that looks out of the ordinary apart from some cobbled deep slate. This is probably an older base. Looks like there is some cobblestone right here, but I'm gonna need a pickaxe for that. So let's go and buy an ender chest real quick. Perfect, and then I can use my silk touch pickaxe that I have to dig down, and let's see if we found anything secret. This looks a little sus, I'm just gonna be completely honest. And what you guys can do is use the pie chart to try to find stuff. So I'm gonna dig down a little bit more and see if I find a base. Alright, whoa. I don't know what that is. But looks like there's not a base down here. So let's move on to the final money making. And the final money making method is going to be actually subscribing. Subscribing may seem like an innocent money making method that doesn't even do you any good, but subscribing is absolutely perfect if you want to get some free items, because I do giveaways on my live streams. So make sure to subscribe and drop a like. Also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload every single video. Peace out.